mtgotickets.com, check them out. They are supporting us. They are sponsoring the Pauper Gauntlet. Hello Stratters, this is the Pauper Gauntlet round 6, Blue-Green Madness. And S03R06 is my opponent. I want to play first. And look at this, I got a looter, stuff will go down. If the looter dies, not so fun. Keep it. He mulligans to 6. Is there any chance I will day something? Kumbaya Witches, perhaps? Okay, I'm gonna play the island just in case I have to day something. Check out the link to this deck, because it is a fairly nice build of this. It's by ETNs, who looks to be a master brewer of legendary proportions. Bloodfell Caves makes me happy, although that means that the Merfolk Looter will die, but I will protect the Merfolk Looter with days. Now I got Mr. Mongrel instead. Choices. Mongrel, much more likely to die. I feel against the deck with a lot of removal, I will be so far ahead with the Looter. Looter or Mongrel. Either way, if he bolts the Wild Mongrel, I could discard Daze and Deep Analysis. So I think in the end I will go with Mongrel. But I do need to draw cards, but I will draw cards with the Deep Analysis. And I will discard it no matter what here, I think. And Shainer's Edict, will I daze it? It's not like I have a land drop, but I will find the land drop. Oh, it's Grixis. So then I will just discard Deep Analysis on his turn instead. Yeah, makes sense. And there is the Arrogant Worm, so now I will discard that too. And it is going to be fantastic. So let's beat him up. So hard. I am discarding the Deep Analysis, making him black. And I will discard the Arrogant Worm with Madness. Cast with Madness. Pay the mana. And become even blacker. And now I have days to protect them. And I'm kind of feeling good about this. Got the Deep Analysis next turn. Stuff is going down. And the Seagate Oracle or something doesn't do a whole lot here. This looks like something that will be dazed. Yeah. Sweet! And my plan is still Deep Analysis. No! God, my Deep Analysis just gone. Okay, so the new plan is Merfolk Looter. Yeah, that's the plan. I'm not gonna discard anything. I'm just gonna hit him for 6 and play the Looter. Who doesn't have a lot of synergy here. He is of course fueling the Hooting Mandrills, but they look very expensive at this point. And now one removal spell will succeed. But it's just Pristine Talisman. And that seems very good. So draw the card. Discard Tornwood Falls. Cast the Gush. Now I'm gonna get enough mana for the mandrills. If I discard one land to the mongrel, doing 7, and then I cast the mandrills. And I could do 10 damage here. Do I want to do it? I think maybe I could discard a forest. I could use 2 islands. So I discard a forest as well. And now I really don't have anything. So I just have to hope that my threat is efficient enough. 3 Merfolk Looters. Whoa! Okay, so I'm up against Grixis control of some sort. I am taking That's a Teachings variation. So I am going to get rid of, this looks like a great sideboarding. 3 Vapor Snags, 1 Aqua Moeba, 1 Waterfront Bouncer, 2 Piracy Charms. Why? And 3 Dispels. I'm thinking that I might want Hydroblast against the Grixis deck. More than I want Piracy Charm. But Piracy Charm is always useful, and his amount of red could be so low. So I'm gonna run like this. And if I see a lot of red, we bring in the Hydroblasts over Piracy Charm. That went well, but now things are turning worse. Yeah, nothing is happening here. So we will mulligan to 5. And we're going to keep this impossible hand. And now we can't use the expanse. So I'm gonna go Thornwood Falls Forest. And this Gush seems far-fetched. What a different hand from the first duel. And we probably cannot defeat a control deck with this start. Circular Logic will be tough. Now we can't ace either. So what do we do against Simple Bolt here? Cry. I think this wild mongrel is going to die. And thus he died. Double black in a Grixis deck. Well, we can Circular Logic for 1. Maybe that's worth something. We can also Daze, so I'm gonna keep up Daze here instead. And go get the blue mana. Island for the Gush. So definitely looking to Daze something costing 4 mana. What costs 4 mana in a Grixis control deck? I have no idea. But he's paying some costs. That's 3 mana and we cannot do anything about it. Great card draw spell. Next turn we can circle logic something for 2. Which is of course awesome. But nothing is happening in my deck. I do have a ton of card draw though. So now we are on the circular logic plan. But he is now within range for teachings. And that we cannot fight. I don't think we can, at least. And he doesn't even do anything, and nor do I. Hooting Mandrills. Well, that's a play for later. I feel like I should have sideboarded out Daisies when I don't start. Why does this stop scrolling? I hate that. Okay, he's just sitting around doing nothing here. Except that he doesn't. So wow, I got a circular logic, a Muldrifter. That must be high score. Oh, it's days, right? He spent all his mana. So we daze it. Days for mana. How sweet is that? Now we can circle a logic daze counterspell. We can't gush. Oh, I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna tap out for the Mandrills. He has 10 billion removal spells in his hand. And if we can counterspell Muldrifters. Now time is starting to get a factor. Now I'm talking too much, playing too little. Next turn he can afford to Muldrifter counterspell. 6 mana for a gush for mana. We're getting closer. I don't want to Mandrills without counterspell backup. And I can't counterspell stupid teachings. But there is no teachings. Wow, intriguing. 3 mana. For what? Is it Blightning? No, it's 5 mana, so I can counterspell this. He needs to pay 3 more mana. And then I can actually daze a counterspell here. But it worked. So now we can play Hooting Mandrills for 3, but then we don't have mana enough for Circular Logic. But now we do. So now we play Hooting Mandrills. We also have Gush. Kind of tempting to try to find something. I will Mandrills. Of course, destroying the circular logic in the process. Gosh. And now I need an outlet, and there is an outlet. What? And we don't have an island for days now. But we can still circle logic for however much we need to circle a logic for, because we can get rid of these islands. I like it. But now he has a removal spell at the end of our turn. So do we then counter that? I think we just need to counter this with Daze. We've dealt with 2 Muldrifters, but now we can resolve anything he wants. Which is probably a mistake on our part. So will I drop these 2 islands to save the mongrel? Probably not. But in fact, indeed, maybe I will. How many islands do I have? 10. Gush becomes hard to cast, but I am getting rid of them. Okay, I'm playing too slowly. And now I have a great counterspell in Circular Logic if I get to untap again. Lightning. Oh, the talisman. It's pretty good actually, because now I still have counterspells and a beater. So I am keeping... Oh, he has 25 life. I'm keeping Circular Logic up to stop another Muldrifter or something terrible. And this Gush will be cast sometimes next week. Pretty tricksy matchup. Especially since Mongrel is just a 23 turn clock here. But I can do this for 5. He returns. But I think I need to counter him. But what if that fails? But he's gonna set up flicker shenanigans. But now he can counterspell. We haven't seen a counterspell from him yet. So I will counterspell it. Cast with Madness. Targeting Archaeomancer. Paying 1 blue mana. He doesn't have 5 left. So it is countered. Yes! And he becomes black. I feel kind of like I have destroyed my own Gush. But there's an island. Oh, and if I had played that last turn, I could now cast it for mana. Stupid me. Next turn, Gush for mana. The end of his turn. You have never seen Gush for mana before, but you will see it. This... Oh no, I hate that. It is a teachings deck. And it gets a Geth's Verdict instead of card draw, instead of another teachings. But he has plenty of time to get another teachings. And he even has the mana to teachings. No, he hasn't, because he will get Verdict. So I will be able to resolve Gush for mana. Which is awesome. And that's very important because... Oh, look at that. Gush for cards. Or Gush for land. Then I can actually do something this turn. That must be sweet. How disappointing was that? I feel like the number of Hooting Mandrills is too low. I think Hooting Mandrills is much better than Gaithan Raiders. So I would like... if I built this, I would have played 4 Hooting Mandrills and 0 Gaithan Raiders. But now here's teachings for teachings. No? Why not? The only reasons not to teachings for teachings there is that he has another teachings in hand. So now I got to play fast. This guy doesn't do a whole lot. So I will wait. Because, oh, what? No teachings. So that was his only teachings. I want Luther to live. So then I want Arrogant Worm. Why doesn't he have Change Edict instead of Cast Verdict? Because he can't fetch it with teachings, but there seems to be a lot more value. So now he should teachings. Now he should Verdict, I mean. And he does. So hopefully this means that Luther lives. Which of course he should never do against the Grixis control deck with 3 cards in hand. I was so sure I was going to get caught in a teaching chain there. It's greedy to stick to this Rootwalla. But I'm going to. I should probably just play it for Edict Protection here. Uh-oh. Well, that didn't help. You got to have dreams. I have 4 deep analysis. They will win against this guy. They are fantastic. And he isn't damaging me. So now, let's put a clock on him. I put a clock on you, Grixis deck. I put a Basking Rootwalla clock on you. You cannot stop Basking Rootwalla. Oh, except then that you are 25. But this deck does a ton of damage when it does damage. Uh-oh, stuff is happening. He did have another teachings. Why didn't he teachings for it? And it gets get Verdict, and I will counterspell it. Still haven't seen a single counterspell from him. Now he will teachings again and kill my guy, but that's his last. No, he doesn't have any more gets verdicts. Uh-oh, he's doing something. No, nothing. We are entering the second main phase, and it's the end step. And now we're going to beat down with the Rootwalla. Rootwalla. Check this out. Pump it. Yeah. Did it hurt, Grixis boy? I sure hope it hurt. Double Rootwalla. You can't Evincor yourself out of that unless you have 14 mana. 6, 8, 12. Is this the rise of the Gurmag? Where are my deep analysis? What the hell? Yeah, he's cast teachings from the graveyard. No surprise there. Reveals Stagger Shock, but Stagger Shock doesn't kill the Rootwallas. At all. But they do prevent me from pumping. Why? What? Bumpy bump. What's happening? Okay, so at the beginning of his turn, he plays Stagger Shock again, killing that guy. Because I played the land, because I am extremely stupid. So now I gave him value. Oh god, that was super bad. Sorry about that. Please tell me that I am stupid, because sometimes I am. Why did I keep the land in hand? Oh god, that was so bad. Sorry, friends. Sorry. Yeah, he did target the wild mongrel. Yeah, why did I do that? Okay, now the important thing is not to tilt. He draws cards. I can draw cards too. I actually have a 1 in 8 chance of drawing a deep analysis every turn now. That could work. He is also falling behind on the clock. God, I can pump only 1 on my Rootwallas. Here's a benthic giant. That doesn't seem like a competitive card. But it does stop the Rootwallas. And I get this stupid card. I don't like it. Yeah, and of course Hydroblast would be better here. Double blocking is fraught with danger. But I am starting to think that... Okay, I'm getting rid of a card for him. Before he bounces land. I think I'm going to double block here because it stalls the game, and now time is a factor and I'm way ahead on time. Undying Evil. Why is that still in his deck? I cannot kill anything. But he doesn't attack. Deep analysis 1 time. This is a Stagger Shock target, if there ever was one. But it does get past. Maybe I should have waited until I had a card in hand. Yeah, I am in no rush. I am 3.5 minutes ahead. He must know what the giant is. And god, I'm tapping like an idiot as well. Okay, bet... Oh, no. Well, it didn't get any deep analysis this time, at least. And he doesn't push it. I think I can win this. Okay, I'm going to discard that. Morph, discard a card. So I can attack. I wonder if this guy knows. He probably does know. What, he didn't know. I can't succeed with that. Now I feel guilty. And Undying Evil, didn't he discard? He had 2 Undying Evil still in his deck. Wow. Well, he didn't gain anything from it. I still got a card out of him. So I'm good. Got this coffee nearby, but I can't drink it because you don't like drinking sound. I never received so many complaints on anything on YouTube as when I had coffee in the middle of the match. But I'm holding him off here. And yes, I will still double block. Yes. Look at that beautiful card. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna flash it back. And then I'm gonna play another Rootwalla, but then I can't double block. So I guess I'm just double blocking here. Because now I just need to survive. Because I'm ahead, 1-0. And he's obviously not trying to deck me. I could deck myself with deep analysis. That's pretty manly. Question then becomes, can I really win this just with stuff? Interesting. This looks like I'm going to try to deck myself. I'm gonna play the Morphic Looter. Keep up the double block. Get a forest. And go from there. And now I have deep analysis in the graveyard as well. I think I can still overwhelm him here. The bolt is fairly tragic, but I still have the defense. And he has 8 minutes to win twice. So what do I do here? I like to draw cards, I'm sorry. I think I was gonna draw a full grip of cards. We have so many turns left. Look at the careful study. Oh my god. And dispel. Careful study out the arrogant worm. And the Rootwalla. That seems perfect. So I discard arrogant worm and Rootwalla. And I play them. Keeping the spell up. This seems great. I could have tapped better to keep double the spell up. No, I can still cast Gaithan Raiders here as well. I lose a deep analysis. That's not worth it. I'm in no hurry. I'm 3 minutes ahead still. And I do a billion damage when I have Hooting Mandrills in play as well. So let's keep the spells open, get this Hooting Mandrills. Oh no! I still think I can win this in due time. Even draw some cards. Okay, let's not misplay this now. There is the Mandrill mana. So we need the Mandrills in play. Delve away stuff we don't need. And that's it, right? We're going to hit for 13, then we're gonna hit 3 times. So I think I need this looter as well. But I'm not gonna draw any more cards. I'm just gonna try to win with these, defend myself with the spell, and I think it can be done. Actually doing 9 here. No, I want to do 13 next turn, or 14 even. And I can't use more deep analysis. There's the Bayuka Bog killing my deep analysis, but yeah, I'm not gonna use it anyway, because I'm gonna risk decking myself. I do 14 damage. Then I do 10. Yeah, it should be enough. So here we go. Everybody swings. Everybody swings his face, doo-da, doo-da. Everybody kill this guy, hey doo-da day, hey doo-da day. Pauper Rootwalla. Didn't I have 3 Rootwallas? Oh, there's one hiding there. Hey doo-da day. I tapped like an idiot here, right? And then we have Mongrel. That means, my friends, that this next swing is not lethal. Oh, it is lethal if we discard dispels. That's a bother, but not good enough. So he is at 15 lives. And that means that the Wild Mongrel can kill him. If he blocks the Wild Mongrel, he still takes... No, if he blocks the Wild Mongrel, he lives. But the Wild Mongrel can kill the Hexproof guy. Right? Do I need to draw cards? That's fairly manly. Oh, I don't dare. Then now I have another swing. Here they come. Who you gonna block? Okay. Then we are lethal. Pump it with the Rootwalla. Cast with Madness. Pump the Rootwallas. Okay, discard Deep Analysis. This is 13, 14 damage and discard the spell. And we still have a dispel, so that's lethal. Yes! Woo! Simic Madness. That was fun. Such resilience. 4 Deep Analysis, that's pretty hard to control. So we have defeated Delver, Soul Tokens, Delver Fiend, and Grixis Control. That was sweet. I'm gonna post this immediately. Thank you for watching.